Hi, I'm Daniel Foley from Foley Health and Fitness. Today we're going to talk about weather changes and joint pain and what to do about it. So a lot of times we'll hear people say, the weather is changing. It's getting cold out, it's going to rain, whatever it may be, and I can feel it in my joints. So here in Virginia, where I am right now, we had a big change in weather just recently. It dropped about 20 degrees almost overnight. And some of the things we hear is, hey, my joints are hurting. But why is that the case? So here's the deal. Your body has an internal pressure. And whenever there are changes to that pressure, it kind of disrupts the homeostasis of what you normally feel, and it can cause joint pain, especially when there's a very rapid change in pressure. So your body has this internal pressure. Think of like you have a blood pressure. Your body, you have to have a pressure to keep you alive. If your blood pressure is 0, you're not alive anymore. And so you have to have some internal pressure to keep your body healthy, actually. And so when the weather changes, anytime you get a change in temperature, you also typically get a change in pressure. So for example, we had like a 20-degree drop here almost overnight, and then we start to hear people complain about maybe some joints hurting. Now, interesting thing I learned, I was researching, just the effects of pressure on the body a little while back, and I came across some articles on scuba diving, and it was talking about how when there's a rapid change in pressure, there's some side effects that scuba divers will typically feel. So if they're going up or down in elevation too quickly, there's some side effects that typically would feel. One of those being joint pain, specifically elbow pain. So if you are getting a change in pressure all of a sudden, and if you're in Virginia here just in the last couple weeks, and you get some sudden elbow pain all of a sudden, that's a sign that there's a rapid change in pressure inside of your body as well. Now, what do we do about it? How do we fix it? So in my book, Cracking Heaven's Code, we talk about the different ways that foods and exercise and all these types of things send messages or signals to the body. And one of those messages is to increase pressure in the body, or to change the amount of pressure that's in the body. We call that code number 6. They all have a number associated with them. So how do we change the internal pressure? So if there's a rapid drop in temperature and you feel joint pain all of a sudden, one of the things you can do is just to increase the amount of red colored foods that you eat. So things like tomatoes or red peppers or whatever it may be, and cooked food. So if you can eat, for example, red marinara sauce that's hot or cooked, or like a chili that has cooked tomatoes in it, those types of things are actually going to bump up the pressure a little bit in your body and make that transition as you move from a higher pressure to a lower pressure situation. They're gonna help you transition more effectively. Hopefully limit you on the joint pain a little bit as well. Now, if you go in the opposite direction where there's an increase in pressure, okay, you get an increase in temperature, or you have an increase, let's say, in stress in your life, because that can increase internal pressure as well. You want to go the opposite way. You want to drink more water, make sure you're getting enough salt, and do things like that to make sure you decrease the pressure. Now, you can also tackle this from a fitness perspective too. So the same principles apply that we talked about of changing in pressure and things like that. You can slow down, if you want to increase pressure in your body, you can slow down the tempo that you are lifting weights. So for example, you can normally do a regular speed tempo on your lifts. If you slow down the speed at which you're lifting the weights, anytime you slow speed, you automatically increase pressure in the body. And so just slowing down the tempo of your lifts for a day or two as you transition into a different, with the weather changes, that can make a difference as well. Or you could speed up if you find that you're under higher pressure. Speeding up a little bit will help to kind of cool the body back down to relieve some of that pressure and get a little bit more work in. So those are a couple tips that you can do. If you want to learn more about this, you can check out my book, Cracking Heaven's Code. It's available on Amazon. You can go to the Foley Health and Fitness website to find the links for it. Or come into the gym and help us, let us help you, walk you through getting your body to this place of having more abundant health. But my goal, hopefully, is to get you to this place where you understand how your body works and how to make adjustments on the fly. Because we have to be aware of how is our body feeling, and the knowledge of knowing how to make adjustments and what to do when you feel low pressure, high pressure, stress, whatever it may be, how to make those adjustments so that you continue to have abundant health as we go through the year.